So today we are talking about a product called Woosh. The company is actually called Woosh Air, and I'm not going to do as good of a job as my friend Winston, who is the maker and founder, did when he pitched the product on Shark Tank. So I won't even try to do that, but I will link to that video. I got introduced to Winston through another mutual friend in the sustainability, air quality, mechanical engineering space. And it's a really interesting product in that it combines a media filter, an air filter, like you would put in your furnace at home, for example, with a air quality monitor, specifically particulate matter. And there's some pretty cool tech and diagnostics at play here, where the filter loading is actually monitored at the filter, and it links up with an air quality monitor that you have in your space. There's an app. So largely, I'd say mostly residential focused, or at least certainly small unitary systems like furnaces, fan quality units, heat pumps, but potentially scalable as well. And it's a disruptor product insofar as that you're keeping all that tech plus the filter rack itself and only replacing the pleated soft media on the inside of the filter. So it's increasing filter life, it's reducing landfill material, and you're actually changing your filter when you need to change it, when it's actually loaded and dirty versus just on some kind of arbitrary cycle. There are other products in the market that you can obviously use to monitor filter status, but this one's really exciting, and I have one at my house, which I will show. And I also have access to, beyond the app, which we'll show as part of this video too, there is a new online dashboard with even deeper diagnostics. If you don't have access to the dashboard, which I do, you still get a really cool email report. I actually don't remember off the top of my head if it's weekly or monthly, so we'll confirm that. But it gives you status updates and all kinds of intel on your filter. So let's see what we have. Oh, the other thing I did forget to mention, there is an integration capability with other smart devices. So I happen to have an Ecobee thermostat at my house, and that is also integrated with the Woosh data. So we can look at all this juicy data that we have going on in here. My home has a 20 by 25 by 1 air filter, and it was last checked here a day ago, so we can check the air quality index. You can go down here and look at the overall air quality index. With and without the smart thermostat, you can look at community time-weighted averages, which is interesting, with and without smart thermostat, and it gives you those spike thresholds and kind of just a gut check of how we're doing. Again, with particulate matter. This is the combined air quality index and filter life. So the filter life is on the right axis, the air quality index is on the left axis. And you can see that this filter life is, getting near the end of its useful life here. And there's, it steps down over time, as you would expect. But if I can, see if I can increase the time scale here. And we can see this is the total number of data points. I haven't had this filter in place for a year yet. I installed it back in November 2025, so almost 6 months-ish. So if we change the time scale here, we can see the filter data from when it was brand new and installed to over the course of this filter life. So now, instead of I was changing the filters in my house every 3 months, I now haven't changed this one since November, so it's been nearly 6 months, which I imagine we'll probably get to. I was waiting to actually make this video until I did a filter change, but that hasn't happened yet. So let's see what else we can see here in the data, and you can get more information on active mitigation events. So every time the smart thermostat turns the fan, from auto to on in response to an air quality condition to increase the cycles through that filter. That would note here if there were air quality spikes where the air quality rises above a selected threshold, that would be noted here. The peak AQI here, you can see is unhealthy. It's noted. This was, when was this? I don't even see it on those couple spikes here, but it gives it in terms of air quality index. It would be nice if you could see it. Here's that spike. It's saying unhealthy, but I don't know if we can get more information on that point specifically. There's 8 spikes here. These are, I don't know, hard to say. It's potential cooking, if I had to guess, based on my house, cooking events, or 3D printing, because the Woosh air filter is right next to the 3D printer as well. And that's another kind of known contaminant in my house. Thank you to my son for all the 3D printing. So in terms of other data we can look at here, we can, this is the total air quality report with home. We can look at the filter itself. So it's kind of stacked if you had multiple filters, which I think eventually I have another furnace. It'd be great to add another filter to the system. In addition to ordering replacement media, which I'll click in a second, it gives you your current filter life. It tells you when the filter was installed, how many filters, average runtime, days installed, and then again, filter life remaining here, which is a cool stat. If you need to order a replacement, it links you right to the Woosh page here, and you can see you can sign up for a subscription with a specific delivery or a one-time purchase, and that filter again shows up just the media shipped to your house, so you can replace it. This is what the app looks like, and I'll show you a little bit more in detail there, but it is essentially the same kind of screens that you're going to see on the online dashboard. So it's the same data, just presented in a little bit different way. There's other information on the website here about what, how, and everything else. Lots of great information also on the blog. So if you're looking to educate yourself on filtration, it's pretty accessible and good information. If you need more detailed information on how filters work, there's a really great ASHRAE article I can send you.
All right, and this is the email that you get monthly. It's monthly, I confirmed. Monthly air quality report. It gives you an update on the last 30 days if you had any air quality events and see trends over time. There's a ton of good information in here, including some examples and what's the impact of integration with your smart thermostat before and after. You can even dig a little bit deeper and have a consultation if you need help with the integration. Again, more great stats, and we'll go from there. So this is what the app looks like if you load it on your mobile device. We've got an indication of outdoor air quality and indoor air quality relative to what's going on outdoors. It gives you a little bit deeper dive into the particulate matter. Again, it's PM 2.5 and PM 10. You can adjust the time scale. You can look at air quality events and scroll back through the past couple days in the app. There's also much more information here if you want to educate yourself on those metrics, what they mean, what are good, better, best kind of ranges to see for those things. Then if you flip over to the filter view, you can check in real time. Again, I just have the one device, but you can see you've got moderate filter life left. It's getting towards the end, but still in there kicking. And then finally, there's alerts that the app will also give you alerts and more information on just the status of your system, which is great. And finally, here's a little bit more detail on what those alerts look like. And back to the filter view, filter life information, just lots of good stuff in here. All right, going back in time more, this is what the filter install kind of looked like. So here's what came in the mail. It showed up in a flat package box. It's got that integration, again, with 3M filter technology. There's sensor inputs, devices, QR codes, like a lot of smart tech in a small package here. And on the back, that's where the batteries go. So there is a air quality monitor that comes with this. Like I mentioned, it has a USB plug and it's essentially plug and play. We're going to go ahead and set all that up now. And this is the gateway that connects it all together. So first, there's a couple pull tabs you have to it comes with batteries, or at least mine did. That's nice, but it's just all standard batteries and things. So you kind of pull the tab to activate. There's another pull tab here. That's where the batteries and the smarts are, so to speak. Then the filter goes inside. I have a filter drawer on the bottom of my furnace. The gateway's on the outside. Okay, and then setting up the device, it's pretty easy. You got to download the app on your phone. So you have your smartphone, you're doing a QR code scan. There's a couple more steps here that I don't fully go through, but there's a checklist that you need to do to make sure you're placing your monitor in the right place. The app walks you through all that, which is really great. It was, again, relatively easy. You'll need stuff like your Wi-Fi password and some of your smart home stuff, but then you plug in the device. It takes a little bit to connect. It connects to your wireless network. Then in the app, you go in and connect your filter. So you've connected the air quality monitor. Then you're going to set up the new device on the Woosh filter. And that happens like this. So again, you're scanning the QR code on the gateway to set up the filter. Then finally, you're going to scan the QR code on the filter itself. So get on back there to that QR code. And that's really the process. So again, you power up the gateway. It reminds you, pull the battery tabs. Everything gets connected in the app. And waiting for Wi-Fi. Again, it took a little bit longer. There's some more steps. I'm not showing you everything here. So it powers up the filter and everything gets connected and calibrated, and then you can name it whatever you want in here. And then there's an installation guide on how to position the devices.
So, in summary, I would just say great product, disruptor in a market, a little bit of a specific use case. So you have to be slightly informed to even know to go find something like this. But I would say it's not hard to set up by any means. If you can change the filter in your home furnace, and you should, then you can set up this product easily and have greater visibility both on your air quality from a particulate matter standpoint, but then also on increasing your filter life, saving yourself money, increasing performance, and bettering air quality. So who doesn't love all that together?